Good morning from Sanctuary Jardin de Luz. I'm sitting here at the edge of my garden, enjoying the green around me. And I also want to welcome you to the first week of your Inner Sparkle Playbook practices. And this first week is very much about regulation, helping our system to find a bit more ease and peace. And we do that by practicing some ways to be more in the here and now, in our here and now physical environment. And we're going to use the senses for that. And the natural intelligence our body has to inform our brain. So the senses are very much the way that our system takes in information about the here and now, the present moment. The senses are your eyes, your ears, your mouth, your nose, and also all the receptors that can touch the hands, the fingers, the feet, the toes, your skin. It's really your physical antennas to the world. And your system needs that information for several reasons to thrive. So the first reason is that it needs to know where it is. It needs to map itself in the most accurate environment, which is the here now, the presence. And the presence is really the physical environment here where I am. And the brain has the job to take in that information, to map itself in this environment, like it has this the environment being a roadmap. And then to look at that roadmap and say, wow, with all this information, this would be the most easy route to the next moment. And so it has to predict how to navigate time, the next moment. And it needs to do that because it has to conduct all the body systems in the most efficient way. It should not cost too much energy. It should work smoothly. The system needs to stay in a dynamic balance, homeostasis, dynamic balance. And it needs to do so and in a way that it doesn't cost the system energy. Because energy is precious for our system. Energy is precious. It's not easy to gain lots of energy. And so, because gaining energy also costs energy. So it has to be very cost efficient. And so often we don't really help. We are not so trustful in our natural intelligence. We are often living a lot in the head, being very dissociated from the body. And we are not so aware of the messages that our system gives us about like, hey, hello, I need to know where I am, help me out. We're actually often working against that, if I may say so. We're often thinking all sorts of things here about the future that are based in our past. It's coming from past experiences and often painful experiences, because that's often where we attend to most. I don't want that again. And then we go and figure out the future with a lot of worry. And those painful past experiences are inner experiences, have become inner experiences. And the future also, the worry that we have around that is an inner experience. And so we just distract the brain from the physical environment and take it in and say, here you have to look, here's the roadmap. And then we point at our emotions and sensations that are attached to these old stories. And the brain looks at that roadmap and says, wow, there's trouble where I am and it's not safe. And the next, moving to the next moment, that's going to be difficult, it's like a struggle. And so it predicts programs of survival, of struggle. And maybe it even feels very helpless in the face of such a thing, and it sort of freezes, like, I don't know, I'm stuck. And so when it makes progress and it meets the here and now with these outdated programs that are based in past experiences, it doesn't match. And that creates a lot of overwhelm in a system. That's not going to work. The wrong information, it conducts all the body systems with the wrong information, and that often creates chronic tension. It creates overwhelm, anxiety, depletion of resources that we have inside. And then we sort of meet the here now in a state of freeze, in a state where we don't know how to act. Everything is too much. So that's why we are gonna help the brain by bringing our attention outwards with our senses, and we are gonna follow the senses, each of them, and feel in how they want to orient us in the here and now, when we don't interfere through our inner experiences. And that will bring a lot of calm to our system, because it's gonna feel like it's on the way with the right roadmap, and instead of having the wrong maps for the travel.